Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So, as you've known, hunters in the world of Warcraft are pretty out of control right now. There's always going to be a top dog in arena, and Hunter could be argued that was the top dog. Others' opinion are about warriors. Warriors are pretty ridiculous as well, just because of their ability to lock down targets and their ability to burst. Um, pretty cool stuff happened there. I showed you guys some hunter footage of just plowing down kids in like 2 seconds. Just mash cooldowns, stampede, bestial wrath, rapid fire, lynx rush. Have fun releasing. So yeah, hunters are pretty out of control. But I like it. I like it when people can die in like 3 or 4 seconds. And as a hunter, I've been killed in like 3 or 4 seconds by other hunters and by warriors and by Destro warlocks and by mages. Yeah, if that's how the game works, I'm like, cool. I like the PvP sense where if it's just one healer and just me, I want the capability of killing the healer. I think that's, proper. And, I thought some parts of the hunter were a little bit out of control, but, I thought maybe needed to push back a little bit. So it did. Got nerfed. How did we get nerfed? Well, there's a few other changes. They changed the aspect of the fox. It's no longer in the game, and you can just cast, Steady, Cobra, and Barrage on the move. And that's good. I don't really know if I like that too much, but I mean, I'll get used to it. It's whatever. They got to make the mobile on the hunter easier and easier as they have over the years. That's fine. And then I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, they announced that Lynx Rush has been changed. Lynx Rush is now a bleed over 15 seconds. They only released the tooltip and we weren't able to test it. So I can't really say if the damage is less or more, but the fact that it is over a duration of 15 seconds means that it's like completely useless in PvP. Just because in PvP you'd use it to kill a target like instantly. Like you'd use Bestial Wrath, Lynx Rush, Readiness, Lynx Rush, and it's guaranteed kill on like a healer. Like most healers couldn't even heal through that damage. You don't even need to like silence them or anything, But you're using most of your cooldowns to do so. So I mean, I thought it was maybe a little bit too much damage, but it's pretty much removed. But I'm like, okay, I mean, Lynx Rush is not so bad. I can just use Blink Strike. Blink Strike is like a single target teleport to the pet. Does pretty good upfront damage. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Some hunters use it anyway. So I thought it was okay. And then, this morning, when I got up, I'm checking the MMO champions. And I had to check the blue post just to be sure, because it seemed a little ridiculous. Bestial Wrath no longer grants hunter pet immunity to crown control effects. And instead it just breaks them when you use it. So what does this mean? Well, prior to this, possible patch note going through, right now on live, when you use Bestial Wrath, it acts as a trinket for the player. So if you're stunned, use Bestial Wrath, but then he can stun you again. So, that's fine. But the pet, it can't be like anything. Like if you use Bestial Wrath, the pet is uncontrollable. You can't stun it, you can't root it, you can't like fear it, nothing. Absolutely nothing works. It's completely immune to everything. And that's pretty good because the hunter pet does the majority of the damage. Not an overwhelming majority, but a majority nonetheless. It's probably going to do, my estimate, from 55 to 70% of the hunter's overall damage based on the hunter's positioning and whatnot. And Bestial Wrath was pretty good because of that fact. And with this change, pretty much makes Hunter pretty garbage class in PvP. In PvP, because healing is so strong, you can only really kill targets within a small window of time. And usually what happens in high-level PvP is they counter your cooldowns with CC or with their defensive cooldowns, but it's all on a time schedule. And with the overwhelming nerfs to hunters here, when it comes to the Lynx Rush thing, you're going to kill target a little bit slower. But when it comes to the Bestial Wrath thing, If you pop Bestial Wrath and they do like a root on your pet, I mean, that's it. Like, you got nothing. And because of how they've designed Mists of Pandaria for more classes to have much, much more CC than before, it's going to be like horrible in group-based PvP situations. When you're playing solo, like a hunter versus one other guy, I think you'll do about as well as before, depending on the class, of course. Like if you play versus a warlock, you're probably going to get, you know, fucked up, because he's just going to fury your pet every time you do anything with it. But when it comes to, you know, classes that don't have like too much long duration CC, more or less will be fine. But when it comes to group play, like if you're a hunter with a healer versus another DPS class with another healer, you're pretty much never going to be able to kill anything. Because you need your full damage to kill someone in PvP. Like if I'm playing like, I don't know, like a warrior, let's say, if I get CC'd, I do no damage. But if I like trinket, if I use cooldowns to get out of CC, you know, I'm doing full damage, and I can have full control over that. As a hunter that's BM, with the pet doing more than half your damage, the pet alone is not going to kill someone. Not after the Lynx Rush nerf. The hunter alone is not going to kill anyone, you know? So it becomes the problem where, you know, they can CC the hunter half the time, and they can CC the pet the other half of the time. And, you know, not only are you going to do less damage, but your healer's not going to be able to dispel both targets. Like, if your pet is feared and the hunter is feared, you know, the dispel has a cooldown now. You can't just dispel the hunter, dispel the pet. You have to dispel the hunter or the pet, then wait, I don't know what it is, like 6 seconds or something, 8 seconds, before you can do anything again to, you know, remove the CC. So, you know, in these situations, when they nerf a spec like totally into the ground for PvP, people find another spec. You know, Hunter's a DPS class that has 3 specs. This is where we have the second problem. Survival is okay, but it's not a burst spec. It's a spec that relies on dots, and its burst is pretty much non-existent. The damage is fine. It's good multi-target, but like I've played survival in PvP. It's impossible to kill even like newbie healers, just because you just don't have any real burst. You don't have any real lockdown. Now, if you play marks, which is the third option, you're pretty much going to want to kill yourself. This thing does no damage. If you play marks, you do like a Chimera Shot crit, which is like your primary attack, critical hit, an amazing gear, like 55k. So I don't know. I don't know if PvP on my hunter will be too enjoyable in the near future, but we'll see. I might give it a try anyway, just to see what it's like, and I'll update you guys on that. But kind of sucks. And the other part that really kind of sucks, because yeah, I thought Blizzard, you know, was like, yeah, we'll just nerf the shit that's really OP right now. So they nerfed hunters like totally, and there's no warrior notes yet. So maybe we'll see something like that. Maybe there's gonna be like some, you know, level playing field in the future. You know, I'm not counting it out yet, but mission accomplished, man. Hunters nerfed. Over nerfed? Maybe. Oh well. See you guys tomorrow.